Man, I hope sound healing works, because it's my medicine right now. In full transparency, I made a whole video and my phone died and it deleted the whole thing. So yes, that's great. Something I said there that is still true. There's a part of me that would be so okay with no one seeing any of these videos. I've almost deleted all of them several times because they lose their, sometimes it feels like they lose their relevance, because I realized after the fact I was projecting in the video and I want to delete it because I'm like, oh, well, that doesn't represent my current state anymore. But there's something about the idea of deleting all of them that like makes me really sad. And not in a like, oh, I did all this work and now it's gone. It's not that type of sad. It's like this like sadness that's like, I don't know. It's almost like, it's like a deeper part of me, like my highest self, or how, what you would call that, is like, would be saddened by it. So I suppose I believe that it serves a purpose. Maybe it's just for me, but yeah, I'm doing this sound healing event on April 16th, and this is not an advertisement for it at all. I've actually not even posted about the event yet, and I'm here to talk about how that is so hard sometimes. Like, I personally, like, I go through these waves of like, I feel really great and I got a lot of Shakti, feeling good, and it's almost like there's also a part of me that knows I need to get shit done during that time, because then this, like, what follows it is like it's probably what is like a depressed energy, and it's like I'm in it today. Like, that hit me today, and what follows is like I want to be alone, but I know that like I have people that would love to show love, but asking for it is so uncomfortable. Like, feels like inconveniencing people, although I like also know that's a lie. It just really feels like that. And it also feels like this sense of like hyper awareness. Like, what I found today, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, no shame on my parents, no shame on parents when I talk about my past or childhood. Like, they're living their lives too, but I'm realizing now, like, I was like, okay, what is this energy familiar to? Like, I felt this before and this happens all the time, so what is it about? And the reason actually that I'm experiencing this desire to reflect right now is because usually when this hits, it's right around the time where I'm like craving lots of sugar or TV, occasionally other things. and it feels almost like this, like my ego or whatever belief is like, oh, that's self-care. But because I'm doing this event on the 16th, a few days ago, I committed myself to, first of all, not even doing some things, you know, like any sort of wine or whatever. Like, none of, like, that stuff is easier to just, like, okay, blanket none on those, because I want to be clear for this event and be, you know. But then I was like, sugar and TV, like, those are things that I do more mindlessly. So I significantly reduced both, and I think I'm gonna go to 0 next week, but I didn't want to just strip them away from me, away from myself, you know. And so because of that, I don't come home straight from work and eat crunchy food so I can't think, and sugar, and have a TV show going on and all this stuff so that I don't have to sit with myself. I'm like, I committed to sitting with myself, and so now it's happening during like a depressed energy stage. And so that's why I'm hyper aware. Well, like, that's why I'm sitting in it. Otherwise, I would be distracting myself from it. But that's why I'm sitting in it, and that's why I've realized today, I'm like, okay, what's this energy familiar to? Like, what is this depressed energy familiar to? I've felt it before, you know, it kind of comes and goes. And yeah, there's a ton of like, oh, that's this is this medication you need, that's this. But personally, I just want to approach it in like a more holistic way, more natural way. And I believe I have the support to do so, which I am so thankful for. But what I've realized is the energy is familiar to when and no shade on parents, they're living their lives too. I don't know if I said that already, or if that was in the video that I deleted, or that got deleted. But it was when my parents got divorced. That was a time when I like really zoned out for a while. I like could not focus on school, was just like eating a bunch of sugar and crunchy things and watching a lot of TV. And I'm now like, okay, that's similar to that. It's almost like because I didn't sit with it then, it's like that energy got trapped, and now I'm just kind of like, it keeps like re-happening, and like I keep getting this opportunity to allow it to just like flow out, because I do believe that there's a state possible to live in where something traumatizing happens, and it happens, you experience it, and then it flies, and then it goes away. It doesn't need to leave like a permanent block inside of you. The Untethered Soul saved my life. That book, it talks a lot about this, how to actually live life in real time and fully process things. So I'm just realizing that there's a lot that I suppressed growing up, and I think now it's like whenever one of these depressed energies come, it's like it's the opportunity to let it go, in a non-spiritually bypass way, of course. And I think for me that means not overly reading my books, you know, like there's a time for studying and for inspiration from Ram Dass, but I feel like right now, and the funny thing is I was telling someone else this, I was like, you know, real devotion means not actually distracting yourself with intellect, even though that sounds like an effective method, but it actually can be a distraction when you actually need to just like sit with yourself, which is the hardest part, because you're like, it's boring. That's why it's hard. And it's like just a slow process. And I mean, I'm about to do more of it after this video, so maybe I'll be able to describe it better later. But yeah, so for me, it's going to be stillness, not going to my self-help books. But I don't know if I'd call them self-help. Like one's about angels and guides, and the other's the Yoga Sutras. So, I mean, maybe I should. Just kidding. Yeah. Anyone watching though, I am good. But I feel like sharing this process, either it's just good for me to do, or maybe someone can relate and feel less alone, and that would bring purpose to my life. So yeah, I'm gonna play some of my bowls, sit in silence, and see what comes through. But peace, Ram Ram, and adios, ciao, arrivederci.